So now when it comes to metal snare drums, there is one in particular that's claimed the Holy Grail, just because if you try to find one, you're gonna have to spend a fortune to get it. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you a drum that I built not too long ago that makes it way more affordable and allows you to have one of these in your collection. What's going on, everybody? Nick Costa here, and in this video I am going to show you the 7x14 Bell Bronze snare drum that I built using material from Duluth Bronze. John and the crew at Duluth Manufacturing will make a drum to whatever spec you like, which allows you to get that Holy Grail configuration, you know, like the Bell Bronze and Bell Brass snares that you see going for multiple thousands of dollars. You can do it for way less than that. Now, before we dive into this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification. That way you're notified of any additional content that I upload to the channel. Now, the reason why I decided to build this drum is one, because as a lugwig artist, this is something that they don't offer. And two, I've always wanted a Bell Bronze or Bell Brass snare drum, and yet can't afford one. So after doing a little bit of research, I reached out to John and the crew at Duluth Brass. And not only was I able to spec this out to whatever I wanted, it ended up being extremely affordable, especially for this type of drum. Now, although I purchased the material to build this drum in 2021, at that time, all of the material, shell, hoops, tension rods, lugs, throw off and butt plate, heads, and snare wires all came to under $1,000. As a matter of fact, it was a little over 800 bucks or so. Now, obviously, material cost can change over time. So if this is something that you are looking to do, the only thing I can recommend is that you reach out to John and the crew at Duluth Manufacturing with the specs that you want and spec out some hardware, tension rods, things like that. Drumfactorydirect.com is a wonderful website to get that stuff to see how much this would cost for you to build. So let's talk about the specs of the drum. The shell is a 7-inch deep by 14-inch diameter and is 3 millimeters thick, and the re-ring area is 5 millimeters. The awesome thing about this is that it is one shell that was milled down, so it's 5 millimeters where those re-rings are, and then it's milled down to 3 millimeters for the center section. Now, the alloy for the shell is a CA907, which is bronze. Duluth also made the hoops on this drum, which are a CA954 alloy. Now, rounding out the hardware, I was able to get a set of brass-plated flat imperial lugs from Lugwig, as well as a P88 throw-off and butt plate. Now, for tension rods, I got a set of brass tension rods, and the snare wires are the vintage snappy wires from Vic Firth made by Canopus. Now, for heads on this drum, I put a Remo controlled sound coated on the top and a Remo Ambassador snare side on the bottom. So just like every other snare demo video on this channel and throughout the Snare Saturday series, I'm going to play this drum through a few different tunings. I'm going to start out in the lower tuning and work my way up to a higher tuning. So, enough of me talking. Let's dive in. So you can hear the versatility of this drum, and it works in any tuning. As you start to get a little bit closer into the tighter, higher tuning ranges, that's when you're starting to really hear the sound of bell bronze. And that particular sound that you always want to go after when you think of this drum. Either way, I would love to get your opinion and what you thought of this drum, so make sure you leave it in the comment section below, letting me know. Also, if you have any other additional questions on this drum, whether you're looking to build one for yourself or you just have some additional questions I didn't cover, you can leave that in the comment section as well, and I'll try my best to answer them. Finally, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure that you give it a thumbs up. That way it makes it a little bit easier for others to find. And that is it. Thank you so much for checking out this video on the Duluth 7x14 bell bronze snare drum. And until next time, see you later.